I'm going to talk you through the outline and explain the findings of Milgram's investigation into the effects of location on obedience. So this question is asking for a comment on how changing the location of Milgram's study from where it was originally, Yale University, to another location had an impact on obedience. So Milgram's variation of location was in like a rundown office block. And what they found was that the original obedience level of 65% of participants going up to 450 volts actually declined, and it went down to 47.5%. Now, that's what you need to put for the first part of this question. So that's the outline section. So if we kind of write that in, Milgram found that when the study was replicated in an office building, usually say block, but building, fine, whatever, obedience declined from the original 65% to 47.5%. So that's the first part of it. That's literally all you've got to write to get the first 2 marks. Now, the second half of the question is the explain bit, because they want to know what effect that location has had on the obedience levels. So that's what you get in the next 2 marks for. So you can put something like Milgram suggested was essentially what you've got to say is that being at Yale University, in fact, I haven't put that in, have I? Don't go from the original 65%. Milgram says this was because, in fact, I'll put it in this section here. You've got to mention that at Yale University, it's really prestigious. It kind of legitimizes the authority figure, and so you believe that they are actually a genuine authority figure. But if you move it to a rundown office block, you might question the legitimacy of that authority figure because they don't look as kind of legitimate. You know, they don't look as if they are a real authority figure, and they could be asking you to do something dodgy, which you're not going to think that that's the case in the prestigious setting. So that's kind of what you've got to say for this next bit. I'm kind of doing this off the hoof, so off the cuff. That's what I was trying to say. So this is probably not going to be worded very well, but it'll give you the general impression. So Milgram said this was because at Yale University the setting was prestigious. Oh, would help if I could spell. That's not how you spell prestigious. And therefore, the authority figure was seen as legitimate. Whereas in the rundown office block, participant may have thought or may have questioned. Okay, that's not very good, but it gives you an idea of what you might write in kind of exam pressure situation. But that would get you all 4 marks because we've got the 2 here and then we've got 2 here. So this is what you need to put. If you've missed any of that out, then you will have dropped some marks.